Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially live, yo. Officially live for my first stream of 2025. I decided I wanted to come on here and get this thing popping and get things going for the new year with a nice little stream to get things, like I said, going and to connect with every single one of y'all as we do so. It's like I don't know, man. I don't know about y'all, but the 2025 year as a whole feels like it's going to be something completely um, different from everything else. And I mean that in the best way possible. I mean that in kind of some crazy ways as well. So, like I said, I want to just connect with everybody and just kind of shoot the shit, as they say, and just kind of keep things real nice and kosher. So I call this live stream whenever I do these. I call this VividLife TV. Thank you for the roses. Holy crap. I'm on TikTok right now. I'm on TikTok right now, and someone just dropped a bundle of roses. So I appreciate that a lot. As you know, I got the rose tattoo on the wrist. But yeah, man, like I do this stream from time to time, and the whole purpose of this stream is to connect with other people on the basis of creativity, conversation, and community, right? I like the social aspects of social media, right? I say that all the time I do these live streams. And then also, thank you for the heart, thank you for the rose. I also really enjoy being a resource to other people and other people being a resource to myself. I like to call the idea or philosophy a nugget for a nugget. So I really do like connecting with people. I like being able to kind of do this in real time. And content is cool and the reels are cool, but I feel like maybe it's because I have radio in my background. I had a radio show for some years a while ago. But I really just enjoy the ability to connect with people in real time. I think it's honestly one of those things that if you know how to do it effectively, then you're probably really, really going to be good at it. And if you struggle with it a little bit, it's a big opportunity for you to connect with people that real life, like in real life, either don't mind or don't matter. Right? That's gonna be my new thing. That's gonna be really realistically. That's gonna be my new thing for real in terms of just like how I look at stuff. People either don't mind or they don't matter. What's up, Imani? I see you joining in on the Instagram side. But yeah, man. So if you're new here, if this is your first stream, checking it out. My name is Alex Auguste. I'm a storyteller and a creative director. And a lot of times I'm just really creating stories and creating videos that I like to still add an artistic flair to what I'm doing. And I like to challenge myself with creating videos that, if you're on TikTok right now, you're probably understanding this, but videos that tell people stories and give them flowers. Um, Jesus Christ. Yeah, give people their flowers. So a lot of my content is about where I've been and who I've been with, who I've been there with, right? Or my videos are about just telling people stories in terms of celebrating them and showing them off in a different kind of light that I feel like matters, right? In this day and age, in the day and age of trolls, in the day and age of really mean social media presences, you can be anything in this world, and for some reason we always choose to kind of be the negative. But I think it's dope when we choose to be the positive, right? When you watch that video and your eyes get teary and then you run to the comments and everybody else is talking about how teary eyed they got. And then someone, you're just like, oh my God, this was awesome. This was dope. This was inspiring. I think that's important. I think that's still very, very important for us to do in this new age of social media. So I like to create videos that capture people in their best, capture people at their best, capture people in a way that they have never seen themselves. If you have the talent and skill to do something like photography or videography, or even if you are very talented with words, I feel like that's something you should just do, right? Just you can do anything in this world, like celebrate people. And so that's what I've really been doing. That's what a lot of my work has been over the last uh, couple of years. And one of the things that I'm kind of excited about with 2025, y'all, is really this idea that like it's gonna be so cool. So while we're here and while I have you guys' attention, go ahead and drop in the comments. I really want to hear from you guys. Drop in the chat. I do have a chat available, so check that out. Hop in. Let me know what your thoughts are as we talk, as we kind of go through this. But what are your predictions for 2025? Like, what is your feeling going into 2025? What's your sentiment going into 2025? Does 2025 feel like it's loading up to be the greatest year of your life? Does 2025 feel like it's loading up to be the craziest year of your life? What does it feel like? Like, what does it feel like for you? And what are your predictions? I'm going to talk about predictions a little bit, but I really want to get a sense of like, some people say like New Year doesn't feel like New Year. Like it just kind of feels different. It kind of feels, I'll use the term ashy. You know what I mean? Like New Year's kind of feels ashy in the sense of like nothing really feels crazy or super compelling. And I partially feel that way, right? And the only reason why I partially feel that way is because I don't particularly have a New Year's resolution in the sense that most people have a New Year's resolution. And I'll tell you guys why in a little bit. 2024 was me shedding away the old. 2025 welcomes the new me. Amen. I love that. I love that. I love that a lot. I'm glad, like when you feel that sense of shedding, I feel like it's really dope. And that people always talk about like, oh, you know, you shouldn't wait until New Year's. I'm like, you shouldn't wait until New Year's, but by God, if you feel that sense of like relief and that change in your life happening, I wouldn't ignore it. Like, don't ignore it for the sake of like, you know, the argument that New Year's is not this big grand thing that it is. It's a brand new calendar year. Like you get a whole nother, you know, 365 days to do this thing all over again. You should by all means enjoy the feeling of shedding. You should by all means enjoy the feeling of like change, right? I don't know if people know this. This is like a little sidebar, but I don't know if people know this, but between the winter solstice of December 21st and Christmas, there is actually a day, or actually there's 3 days in between that. I believe it starts on the 22nd and it ends on Christmas Day, where the progression of the sun between the summer solstice and the winter solstice, the sun gradually goes down and down and down and down and down and down. Like the angle of the sun goes closer to the horizon. And then on December 22nd, the day after the shortest day of the year, the sun goes back to a point and it stays there for 3 days. And then it like starts to progress from winter solstice back to summer solstice. So the sun goes down more and more. We lose more sunlight and 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 more sunlight. And then we have 3 days of like no change to the angle. And then on Christmas Day, like that progress goes back up. And I mention that because like a feeling of newness is a feeling of newness, bro. Like you have all the reason to enjoy the feeling of a new year, a new calendar year. If you happen to have seasonal depression, like the day after the winter solstice is one of the best days of the year because you're just like, it really only goes up from here. And that's how I be looking at it. Like I'm like, it only goes up from here. So if you're one of the people who has, you know, seasonal depression and you hate it because the sun's going down super early, then you know you're one of those people who should yeah. This year's winter solstice is December 2021. MAGA. That's random. Thank you for the lightning bolts. What's up, Trippy Fish? What's going on, Jessica? I think I've seen Lola in here. I think I've seen Cheryl in here. Y'all actually, like, TikTok is popping right now. I wasn't, you know, entirely expecting that, but nonetheless, now we're vibing. Like I said, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Yeah, I'm on those 4 platforms. But if you guys want to watch it on YouTube, there's more graphics to it, so it's a little bit more dynamic. But you get the whole show and everything like that. But we're not tripping, right? Going back to the whole 2025 predictions, what's going on? Holly Hirsch, what's going on? Hi, I said hi. I see you, girl. What's going on? Who put this? Yo, there's a lot going on, right? I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors. But yeah, my predictions for 2025 are kind of cool. I want to know what you guys predict for the year. We're going to talk about different topics, but like I mentioned earlier, probably going to stay on the topics of creativity, conversation, and community. Those are like the 3, my big 3, right? Those are the big 3 things that I really want to emphasize and talk about whenever I do these streams. So feel free to jump in as I go through these. But there's a lot that's going to be changing this year. I feel like this year, and you probably can see this. You can see this on one of my last videos. I did a vlog called I emphasize or I focus on iteration, where I talked about basically, in terms of like video content creation, in terms of life, in terms of projects, in terms of self-development. I think of iterations. I don't think of like one thing failed and the other didn't. It's all like, let's tweak one small thing and just get better and better and better, right? And so in that vlog, I'm losing my train of thought. In that vlog, I talked about the fact that this year feels increasingly, or equally, I should say, this year feels equally terrifying as it does exciting. Like the excitement is almost that kind of excitement where like your heartbeat starts like do, 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 like just starts going kind of crazy, right? It's taking a hit. Yeah. Oh, we should see that. Streaming services. Hold on, I gotta go back to that. Wow. Okay, hold on. Okay, so shit, I forgot my train of thought. I was reading something. Don't read comments while you're going live. But yeah, 2025 feels equally terrifying as it does exciting. It's like everything feels like there's this grandiose like opportunity. Things are so big. Everything feels so grandiose and dope. And that feeling of like fear or terrifying, whatever word you want to use, it usually, to me, in my mind, it symbolizes something good. Like I tell people all the time, if I can imagine, like when I host events, when I'm shooting videos, I tend to like visualize something, and it's like almost like because I can visualize it beforehand, I'm very comfortable going into it and knowing exactly what I'm going to do. The aspect of like having things where I can't visualize it kind of like freaks me out a little bit, because it's just like, oh shit, like I gotta sit up, and be like, oh man, I can't visualize it, so I have to be like on my toes, and I have to be ready to go with whatever come what may, right? And that's how 2025 feels. I didn't have a New Year's resolution. Not that I don't believe in them, but I just started my new year earlier. I know that sounds weird, but it is what it is, right? I just decided to start like New Year's on December 14th, random. And I was like, you know what? December 14th is my new year. And we're going to treat it as such. And we're going to start everything we want to start doing, all that pedal to the metal, going to the gym. Let's get the shit lit. Let's do this. Like I started on December 14th. I just decided to do it, right? And it was dope because by the time New Year's came, like I'm already in motion. Like I've already caught the momentum and stuff like that. So that's just my way of thinking it. But let's get into these predictions. Because Lola said something kind of dope. And it is one of my first predictions of 2025, yo. Like my very, very first prediction, no lie to y'all, I promise y'all it's right here. 2025 prediction: artificial intelligence is going to be everywhere. Like everywhere. And I don't mean I don't even mean like I didn't want to say like artificial intelligence takes over, because I feel like that would just people kind of disengage when they hear like take over, because no, suddenly we're talking about iRobot, we're talking about batteries not included. I'm old enough to remember that movie, batteries not included. We're talking about Terminator. We start talking about like people start, you're talking about the Matrix. No. I mean, like, artificial intelligence is going to be everywhere. It's going to be in every form of content that you digest, to the point where I think by the middle of this year, I think people won't even be able to recognize what is AI and what's not AI. And I'm not even trying to be like dark or dystopian or pessimistic, but like it is getting up there. Like it's getting very advanced and people are using it. Like, it's being used in Hollywood right now. It's being used there at every level, at every price point. There's artificial intelligence. Like, so it's just only going to go up from there. And like I said, I predict that it's just going to be so prevalent that we start to just get desensitized to it. Personally, I love me a Chat GPT. I love me a Claude. Shout out to Lola for putting me on to Claude. I love a Chat GPT. I love a Claude. I love generative AI. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. But some people just ain't using it, right? It's the people who are just like, I don't have a creative bone in my body, but I'm gonna use AI on the free version to create all of my content, right? That's where, to me, it gets to a point where it's just kind of like it doesn't look well, like people want to follow people, even if it's a brand. People want to follow people. When you disconnect yourself from your brand to put in these like black man staring into the camera on a live stream while eating a everything bagel, generative AI videos to kind of fill it all in, bro, it don't look good. It don't look good. It don't look like you. And I think that's where it's gonna kind of get a little weird. Then also you get like these random babies with muscles. It's like drink your milk, and it's a baby that can like deadlift 600 pounds. It's like, yo, we're losing. I feel like we lose the plot sometimes in that, and I'm being a little exaggerated, but I did see a video of a baby that looked like it could deadlift 600 pounds, which is why I'm saying it. Artificial intelligence is going to be everywhere. You can't run from it. But I think part of embracing it as we change into that direction is just like embracing that it is everywhere, number one, so that like your eyes are always open. I saw a video today that showed police body cam footage, and it was made by Sora. So kind of crazy, right? And I feel like every so often in particular years, we get this like era where it just feels like the internet wants you to just be mad all the time, triggered by everything, mad all the time, like always trying to garnish an emotional response from you. And that to me is where we could talk all day and night about like the dangers of AI and stuff like that. But it's everywhere. Put it on your resume. Put it on your portfolio, put it everywhere, put it on your everything bagel. Artificial intelligence is going to be everywhere. Let me know what y'all think about that. Lola said that artificial intelligence is going to affect streaming services, and I'm curious to know if that was streaming services in terms of like your Netflixes, in terms of Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount Plus, or streaming platforms in terms of like TikTok, YouTube, all of that. But let me know while I close these blinds. My neighbor's just watching me streaming. Just kicking it. But yeah, let me know. I'm very interested to see that. And if you're one of the folks who doesn't really like I don't know that I don't like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone kind of got that I don't like artificial intelligence. It's not all that to me. It's whatever. But if you're one of those people, I'd be very interested to hear your commentary on how you feel about AI, the good, the bad, the ugly, the whole thing. I love the fact that it can enhance creativity. I just find that we tend to not use things nicely. Like, it's always like it's like people literally get new technology and the first thing they think is, how can I make other people's lives bad with this? And the next thing that I gotta actually compound onto that is oh, okay. Netflix, Hulu. Yeah. Fun fact, the ads that run on Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, they are using AI to A/B test audiences across the nation. And at the speed at which they do it it is ridiculous. It is very, very ridiculous. Sorry, y'all can probably see Mango right there. She's laying on a book bag. Movie industry will use it more while society will want more authenticity. Yeah, so the CEO of Sora said something today in a quote that I thought was kind of interesting. And he said something along the lines of, with the way that they're going to be using Sora in movies are going to feel like video games, and video games are going to feel like something unimaginably better. I think that was the exact quote. I think I'm quoting it pretty accurately. So that just lets me know that Hollywood is absolutely going to be using Sora. How you make movies feel like video games when video games are trying to look like movies, I don't know. But it's going to be a lot of very interesting stuff, man. A lot of interesting stuff. And then Meta and Facebook and Instagram announced that they are basically going to create, I don't remember the number, hundreds, maybe millions of AI profiles. AI profiles. And I saw one of these AI profiles, and it's really weird. It's really weird. In the past, they've had AI profiles that were influencers, like a fake human being that just operated in real time, took pictures in public with other celebrities, was walked in New York Fashion Week and traveled the world. I don't really know how they did it. I still don't. Maybe green screen. I don't know. Maybe augmented reality. Who cares? But now this new one is that there are living AI pages, which are bot pages. And those pages are just going to kind of operate and live on their own. One was of a black man who was a carpenter, and his content was just him at the table, hey, using sandpaper on a board. And he's like, what's your favorite holiday? You know what I mean? Just what's your favorite holiday? Just like casually, just not even a real person. It's weird. And part of my prediction of that as well goes into, I don't know if it's a bad word. I don't know if I should say it or not say it, but the clock app is, I think that decision by Meta has a lot to do with the clock app, right? With the ban that's coming. I hope that I don't know if there's like words I can't say on here because sensitivity. But yeah, with the TikTok ban, And everyone keeps asking me, and they're like, well, what do you think is going to happen to the TikTok ban? I'm like, it's going to get banned. And everyone's like, no, I don't think so. Then why'd you ask me? Like, why'd you ask me? I think it's going to get banned because, yo, what up, Justin? Just came to drop hate. I'll tell you plans for the birthday in a little bit, and I'll get back to that. But it's inevitable, y'all. It's a military spending bill, and if you know anything about our country, like we don't have McDonald's money, we don't have Chipotle money, we don't have Burger King money. But if we got money for anything, and if we have intentions for anything, nothing gets that pen and ink on paper like a military spending budget. Oh yeah. And the TikTok ban is baked into a military spending budget bill. So I'm lactose intolerant. I can't have milk, right? That means I can't have cupcakes. It's the same logic, but reversed. Like, this is part of a bill. Getting that appealed would mean that there would have to be a person who cares enough about that line item to go to an appeals court, hear it, and fight for it. And so far, there hasn't been a single person who has fought for it. Like, none, dog. So it's bleak, right? It's the second. We got 17 days left on this. Make your mark, shake your ass, tell your crush you like them. You know what I mean? Just do all the stuff, right? Do all of it. Just go crazy. Just go crazy. But yeah, man, like it's the TikTok ban is going to change a lot of, and this actually is my next prediction. Like, social media in 2025 is going to be a completely different landscape. There's too much changing, and there's a lot changing at the same time. On one hand, you have TikTok that's facing a ban. On the other hand, you have, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to leave TikTok and go back to Instagram. And when you go back to Instagram, there are going to be hundreds of AI bots just waiting there. Like, you're going to be a small fish in a very, very large AI pond. And I'm not saying you're going to be a small fish, right? Because I had this conversation with someone on Blue Sky. I left Twitter. I just decided to up and leave. Elon was getting on my nerves. I hate it there. It's it's nasty. The people are mean. All those kind of things, right? And I was just like, let me leave. And not a lot of my followers left. To which I say, I don't care. It's your feeds. If you guys want to watch that crap, have at it. But the creator, he mentioned that, like, at the end of the day, wherever you go, your followers will go. Wherever you go, your followers will go. First, you got to tell them, hey, I'm doing this. This is where I'm going. And that, to me, is why it's so important to, like, connect with your followers for real. Because it is one thing that your content is quality, but quality content without two-way engagement is pointless. Like, if your followers are commenting on your content, if your followers are engaging with everything that you do, and all that kind of stuff, just give them a shout back. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Oh man, this means the world to me. Oh, that was so dope. I appreciate it. Yo, you're here again. If they're watching your live, call them by name, like, shout them out, things like that. I think TikTok folks are going to struggle if we have a ban. TikTok folks are going to struggle if there is a ban. In this landscape now, man, with the way it works, starting your following from scratch is something that not a lot of people are comfortable with. No one wants to be there. Like, no one. No one wants to be back at, 0 followers, 16 followers, trying to get your niche back up, trying to get your posts back going. Which was why Threads kind of captured a really good audience with people too, because it was like you could just tell your Instagram followers to go follow you there. There was like a familiarity with it. Migrating to YouTube, boy, oh boy. If is no one just copying the code of TikTok and starting a new app with the same algorithm? If I'm not mistaken, I think algorithms are proprietary. They was bullying Alex. The motherfuckers on Twitter, they be bullying you for real. No. I think algorithms might be proprietary. You'd have to be a person on the inside to know the algorithm. Because I know at one point Pinterest had one of the best algorithms for ads, for connecting ads and ad users and such brands with their markets and stuff like that. But I think it's proprietary. So very hard unless you're on the inside. YouTube. Right. YouTube is nice. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube is a really, really dope platform. I feel like in order to get good at YouTube, you have to enjoy the gratification of the fact that you're doing YouTube. Like in the beginning, it's very like, okay, I did a thing. I did a thing. And then it's like, you better keep doing that thing. Like you better keep on. And I think it's easy to underestimate how much work YouTube is. Like, I remember at one point I was like, I'm gonna do a video per week. And it's like, ooh. I think I did like one video per week, like three times in a row. And I was like, wow, okay. So you have to batch record and batch edit your videos and then just like schedule them out to give yourself time. And Lola, you run a very successful YouTube channel. You let me know if I have that right. Like trying to like record and then release and then record and then release it's not like TikTok. It's not you just on your phone, super authentic, background showing, cat sleeping on your book bag. It's not that instantly gratifying. And that is why now I follow some TikTok creators who do it. But what I noticed with their work is they don't care about the YouTube aesthetic. They don't care about thumbnails. They don't care. Like, Justin, you know who this guy is. Trey Rags. Very, very funny comedian. By far one of the funniest comedians out there. But his content is it's not politically correct. So he's monetized. So he's making his bread. But what he does is he just takes his portrait video and he slaps that onto YouTube with little to no care in the world. Little to no care in the world. I'm still getting used to TikTok. So it's there's ways around it and things like that, but I don't know that every single person who leaves TikTok is just going to want to jump into that. And not to mention, I think a lot of people on TikTok are okay with just watching TikTok. Like they don't want to create anything. Like, how many people follow me and I go on their page and all they do is repost stuff. They're just, I'm a spectator. Like TikTok is a really good spectator sport. I don't know, and obviously YouTube is. I'm not gonna say it's not, but I don't know how many YouTube shorts you're gonna go through before eventually you're gonna say, all right, I'm out. It's not the same as TikTok um, at all. So I think the landscape is going to be different. I think 2025 is going to show us. I don't too much know what it's going to look like, but I know that it's going to change, and I will just kind of keep saying the same thing that I've always said, which is I think that every creator, if you are a creator, it doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter your size. Get a website. Gang, what's going on? Human rights effort. I know who that is. What's going on, yo? If you are a creator of any size, bro, get a website. You can get a website for $11. Get a Substack, get a ghost.org, get a Patreon, get something somewhere where people can find you, where you can control your own inflow, and where you can monetize your own content. Like, I feel like people get a little frustrated when this comes up, and then people say like, hey, get a website. I know it's super, like, it's not as engaging as social media, but people will find you. And if you can send out newsletters with your content, if you can send out newsletters in any kind of form or fashion, fam, you got to get on a website. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you create. You could be knitting for all I care. You need a website. Social media is not your friend. Like, it's a tool. I think I just had something vibrating here, and I don't know what that was. But yeah, it's gonna change, man. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. Let's see here. What else are my predictions? Ooh, I'm not gonna talk about that one. Yo, this one's a good one though. Run clubs, run clubs, run club, run club. Yo, run clubs are going to be on another level in 2025. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. They're going to be, I feel like run clubs in mass are still in their infancy. And if you look, this is what I was interpreting, but looking at how brands are kind of not attacking, that's a strong word, but looking at how brands are approaching run clubs, how run clubs are approaching run clubs, and how the masses are like threefold, right? I think run clubs are going to change because maturing for a run club is working with a brand. And one of the things that I'm starting to notice brands are doing very quickly is they're starting their own run clubs. Like, they're finding the influencers, they're finding the certified coaches, they're finding all of those people and just saying, hey, like, we're commissioning you to start a run club that is directly connected to us. I'm actually I got invited to a run club on Saturday, and it's hosted by Aloe. Ooh, that sounded really Haitian. That slipped out. My bad, y'all. Golly, that just Aloe. Aloe. The fitness brand, the athleisure brand, they're hosting now a run club at Tampa International Mall. You kind of check off all the boxes that run clubs need: a location, a central location. You have the people already, and there's a huge benefit. Like, there's a value add to going, which is like, I'm pretty sure they're going to say something along the lines of like, you can try on our shoes. So I 100% think that we're about to see phase 2 of the run clubs. Phase 1 was, y'all know what it was. It was run clubs are the new dating apps and stuff like that. Maybe I can go into that, but whatever. Brickle Run Club is ran by Nike, and the guy who, my phone screen's cracked, so I gotta like lift this up. This is so ghetto. The guy who something the tropical 5K. That's dope. There's another run club that I was gonna run in during Art Basel weekend. Founded. Okay, founded. All right, I know. Okay, cool. Yeah, there was a running club in Miami that I was gonna join just for a quick run on a Saturday morning during Art Basel. But the next phase is moving away from the super duper trendy, um, super duper trendy run clubs that are new dating apps. It's no longer summer, right? So those who are not the real runners, who are not about it, and they may naturally fall off. But like right now, there's people that's really in the grind and they're really in it. And man, the way I'm seeing these brands starting to capitalize, and it's not the big brands, it's not always the Nikes. It's more of like those side brands, like Allbirds, like Aloe, like Champs. Like I don't actually Nike is actually criticized as being one of the biggest fumblers of the whole run club trend because they just tapped into it too late. But like every other brand is starting to really like jump in and capitalize off of this. So I think I see run clubs just getting bigger. I think they'll get bigger. I think you'll see more partnerships. I think you'll see more grandiose like events and gatherings and kind of one-offs. I think you'll see collaborations between run clubs. I know in Tampa, the run club I'm in, Rolling Proud Run Club, we're hosting like the Gasparilla. We're not hosting the official. Let me make sure I say this correctly. We are inviting run clubs from around the nation to join our team and run with us as a team. And of course, right, it's all of the run clubs that either folks have connections to or the black run clubs in other cities. And so I think it's kind of going to be kind of dope that it's going to end up being almost like this like black run club cookout that you'll have, the folks from Dallas, you'll have folks from Orlando, you're going to have people from Miami, you're going to have people from Jacksonville, South Carolina, like, because this is now becoming a thing where whenever people join a run club and they travel, now they're just traveling to go run with the next run club. Like, oh, I'm going to Arizona. Let me go to Black AZ Run Club, So it's kind of really, really cool. Gasparilla Distance Classic is February 22nd and the 23rd. So that's going to be a good time. I'm running the 5K. Don't ask me about nothing else but the 5K. I know y'all be running the half marathons and all those kind of things. I take it easy, okay? But yeah, I just try to keep it at 5K. Now, all the other stuff is shout out to y'all. I'm not running for 2 hours. I love running, but I ain't running for 2 hours. I'll stop and run again, but I ain't running for 2 hours. That is some Spartan messenger. This is Sparta ass running, and I don't think I'm built for that yet. So that's that. Do I have any more predictions? Oh yeah, I mean I got one more. Detroit Lions versus Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. Yes, sir. Let's see. I'm always looking for a run club when I travel. A run club director would kind of be dope, actually. Like a damn green book. No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything like that. But that would be cool. Run club directory. Huh. I just kind of follow people. And then that's the only reason why I know there's a run club in certain cities is because I end up following somebody. I got to follow someone who's in Jacksonville, Runners Elite, Rolling Proud and Grow, which is Grit Running Orlando. They've collaborated a few times. There's multiple in South Florida, but believe it or not, South Florida's the running clubs in South Florida just don't have as much outside visibility. I don't know anyone in them. I don't know anybody that runs in them. And if you guys are in a run club, in the chat, drop what run club you're in. If you are in a city that doesn't have a run club, drop what city you're in. I'm just curious to know Like, it seems to me, because my first run club experience was in 2022 in Charlotte, Mad Miles Run Club. Um, it just seems to me like I have more vision. Like, it comes up more where I see more black run clubs. Um, Nothing. I don't think that's crazy or out of line or anything like that. It's just I'm black, so that's why I see on my algorithm. But outside of that, like I just don't know how large run clubs. Someone told me actually of a run club with. Oh, that was in Portugal. Imani went to Portugal, and she said they had 3,000 runners out there. So yeah, that was interesting. Yo, I gotta say hi to all of y'all that are coming in. Yo, shout out to y'all for joining. Shout out to y'all for the roses. Yo, I got 2,500 likes on this story. This is crazy. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, my final prediction. I think the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions are going to the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's much of a prediction as much as it is a hope. I just don't want to see Kansas City in another Super Bowl. That's really all I'm saying. Like that's all. I think Jalen Hurts is hurt, so I don't think Philly can take it from the Detroit Lions. They're playing pretty well, and I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson, and Travis Henry and Xavier Flowers. I'm just rooting for the Ravens. It would be hard to root, because I'm rooting for the Lions too. I think the Lions deserve it. I think history has been good to the Lions, but I would love to see them become a dynasty. That would really shake things up, right? Like the whole world is just shaking up and just change with the Detroit Lions going back-to-back Super Bowls. But yeah, so like I mentioned earlier in the stream, yo, this is VividLife TV. I do this from time to time. But we have been doing this for a year now, and I've learned a lot in doing streams that I have heard people say and didn't really take heed to be honest with y'all. Like, I've heard people say all the time, like, you gotta stay consistent, you gotta stay on top of it. And I was like, I know, but I'm human, right? I need a break. And then, like, you take a break, and either life feels lighter because you're taking a break, so you never get back to it, or B, you get back to it and it does, like, the muscle memory doesn't kick in. So while I don't have a specific 2025 New Year's resolution, I definitely think that one of the things that I'm working really, really, really diligently on is to just make all of this content more cohesive, more consistent, and more niche. And I'm really excited about that. So with these streams, right now I'm really looking to just nail down, and I'm working on the final details of what the stream schedule is going to be. Because I feel like if you know where to find me, you know where to find me, right? And I think that's important, right? I'm not gonna come on here right now at 6:29 p.m. on January 2nd, 2025, and tell y'all that I'm gonna stream every day. I would be lying through my teeth. I'm not going to even tell y'all that I'm going to be streaming multiple times per week. I'm not going to lie to you. But what I will say is right now, Thursdays are a really light day for me. Like, I really like Thursdays. But I also really like Sunday nights. I just do. Like, something about Sunday night just feels like once your clothes is laid out for the next day, once your laundry's done, once once all of that is kind of taken care of, it's like, all right, I don't go out on Sunday nights. I was gonna go skating, but the skating rink ended adult R&B night on Sundays. What kind of shit? And now they do kids night on Sunday. Do you know how chaotic it is to skate with kids? I just hear my wrist snapping already. Like, I just hear my butt hitting the ground hard. I just hear the falls already, just thinking about skating with children. So now the new skate night is Wednesday. But candidly speaking, my run club has now moved our runs from Tuesday to Wednesday. So that's kind of crazy. Hey guys, I should probably charge my phone. Let's do that. Damn, this is gonna be a little complicated. All right, hold on. Let's get right. This is candid. I don't care. Let's actually have this guy stop following me. Give me a second, y'all. But I say all that to say, I'm open to suggestions. I think I should just do both. I think I should just kind of tag team Sundays and Thursdays and just aim to do streams twice a week. If that sounds crazy, then it's always better. It's always better to kind of reduce. Always better to reduce and cut back than to try to add on. And another thing that I'm really focusing on with these streams as well is making sure I stay on time, bro. Ooh. All right, cool. We lost our microphone. Can y'all hear me? I know the stream can hear me, but if you're on TikTok, let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. That looks like a like. There we go. You know, the charger, like when you got your phone on a tripod and you plug in the charger, it always kind of does that, like that lean. I'm gonna still use this though, even though it's not plugged in. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, gonna definitely be moving to kind of tag team the weeks. Yeah, that's Mango back there. Tag team the weeks maybe once or twice, and kind of just have them scheduled out. But if I like the fact that if I don't want to do a stream on either a Sunday or a Thursday, then I can kind of just switch those two things out. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool. But I know that the goal is definitely to be more consistent. I think YouTube has shown its value, and YouTube feels good to do, which is important, right? Doing something that feels rough, feels like Instagram. But yeah, overall, just looking to be more consistent on all of this content creation in 2025. And to be honest with y'all, that's why I got this microphone. This microphone it's actually really dope. I feel like breaking the bank to get the DJI mic, which every now and then you kind of regret it on the back end. But it's still kind of cool. I get to still capitalize on this, use this for my phone, street interviews, the whole 9 yards. So this is gonna be really cool, and it's just it looks good. I think it looks kind of cool when you get to use it, kind of just have a totem within your content. But overall, man, I'm really looking forward to doing these streams. And like I said, getting back into the consistency of it. There's some new things that I definitely want to bring to it. Just talking about creativity. I want to connect with more creators. Like that to me is the goal. That is the goal of 2025, is to connect with more creatives, obviously connect with more brands, and just, really have my questions answered. That's the thing that I'm going to say, right? Have my questions answered, in terms of, our wildest imagination. What is it like working with big brands? Like, how good is my content? Why not find that out, right? Just ask right there. Ask and you shall receive. What's the day in the life of blah 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 and all that kind of stuff, and just like get in that bag. And I feel like that's really what 2025 is. It's the getting your bag era, getting your bag year. Whether it's on a I was gonna say something else. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, it's your getting your bag era. Forget everything else. Forget it's my villain era. Forget all of that. Just don't focus on being a hero or villain. Just focus on keeping your boundaries, stay grounded, feed your chickens, and keep your mental. And that's it. You'll be okay. I feel like that's really it. But one of the segments that I'm bringing to the show, since I am a videographer, and one of the, you see, I still say show. I don't know if you guys keep that. One of the segments I'm bringing to the stream, I do want to talk about video of the week. Like, and I want to open that up to people, like showing me videos that they think either I should try to recreate, or I should try to break down. Like, I be watching videos, y'all, and I've officially gotten to this point of my journey where I watch videos and I'm like, okay, he did that like this. Like, this is how he did it. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm breaking down, how did this person do it? And sometimes I'm like, I want to try that. Like, I want to try to create that. I posted a series of videos that inspired me on Instagram, because I like music videos. Music videos to me are the first videos that ever really made me like love videos. Oh, I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Choco of Africa. I appreciate it. But the music video for Cisco, You Are Everything remix, featuring Ja Rule and Nokia. I don't know if y'all remember that song, but there's this part of the video where they did like this matrix thing where he jumps and then the camera like fast moves to the next angle. And I always liked it when I was younger, always liked it when I was a kid. And now I'm just like, I want to try to do that. I want to try to do that, but that might be really, really hard. That might be really, really hard. So it's just like things like that I want to just kind of break down. Are you going to bring the video challenges to YouTube like that mirror mini you did? Oh, the horror mini. That's probably horror mini, not mirror mini. Well, yo, my phone, my phone is not cracked bad, but it's just like bleeding LED juice in that back corner, that little corner back there. So I miss out on pieces of it. It's not bad though. But yeah, horror mini, yes. So like videos like that might have been a little too ambitious, with maybe not as much time and vision. Like, the vision was fleshed out for that, but I don't think the execution matched the vision. I was trying. It just wasn't like, it wasn't the right thing. But yes, those kind of challenges I definitely want to try to do, and then just show like the background of the making. And I can tell y'all what my challenge for the month of January is going to be, because it has been keeping me up at night. And I always say, if something keeps you up at night, you got to go chase it. You got to go do it. And what's been keeping me up at night is trying to figure out how far I can go with green screen video. I don't know what it is that I want to create yet, but I actually plan on doing this within the next couple days, to just take my green screen and absolutely just go ham with it and just see how dynamic of a video we can make, how crazy of a video we can make, and just how, I don't even know, like, just what can we do with green screen? Like, I see videos of green screen like online sometimes, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, But between learning DaVinci Resolve right now and really, really, really wanting a new challenge, I'm like, why not? Like, let's see, right? Can I have a video of me? And this is probably going to be my first challenge. You all can hold me to this. Can I have a video of me falling in space? Like that's my first challenge. I want to see a video, and feel free to jump in and chime in if you think that'll be hard, or if you think that'll be easy, or what parameters I should follow. But I really think my first one is going to be me falling in space. Yeah, I think that, like, I feel like if I figure out what that looks like, that is going to be a pretty good sign that I have mastered. I've mastered green screen. You know, so we'll see. And that's, that's what I think. That's what I think. That's a solid challenge to get myself kind of up and running, is to, and I can already start to talk about this a little bit in terms of like talking this through and fleshing this out. But I think in order for a video of me falling in space to make sense, I'd have to have the green screen on the ground. Yeah, we're gonna create a clip for this because I really, yeah, green screen on the ground, and anything that I would be interacting with would need to be covered in green screen as well. So if I'm falling, I'm on a stool. The stool is covered in the green screen. Um, Close angles of me in green screen. Obviously, dark lighting, and we'll figure out what to do with my hair. But if it's in a bun, I can cheat. But yeah, I think if we listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I master green screen, it's over. Like, it's done. It, like, put it like this. The other day, what I was thinking about in terms of green screen use would be my car, right? So I posted a video on my TikTok of me shooting the promotional video for Roll and Proud Run Club, which was really fun. The car mount was on the side of the car. The DJI Pocket Osmo 3 is on the side of the car, and it's shooting. Technically, it's shooting in landscape, but it's sideways, so it's shooting in portrait. And I had the guy, his name's Cloudy. I had Cloudy just like running, right? Poor him. He did like 19 takes, no lie. Hard bottom shoes, running through downtown Tampa. And what I would imagine is that if I can get the car mount in the right spot in the front and have me behind, like shooting my face and behind, then I can shoot myself as a subject stationary, where the car itself is stationary. But if I take that same camera, leave it where it's at, and drive on the highway, then I will have the footage of the background moving. So what I would have to do, this is crazy. This is how my brain thinks about the whole process, right? I would shoot the video driving to capture a moving background, and then shoot the stationary video with the green screen in the background, so that I can then do whatever it is that I want to do. That way, the green screen will capture me moving in the car with a moving background. And that would look kind of crazy. I don't know if I don't even know if that'll work, right? And the crazy thing about green screen is you will not know if it works until it's time to edit. That's the crazy part. Oh no, my live is gonna, oh shoot. Yeah, my live is gonna end in 4 minutes. So we have to activate inactivity during your what? Y'all ever got this? Inactivity? Like I'm inactive? Oh yeah, it's cooked. All right. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let that die and just keep on over here. But yeah, you don't even know if green screen is gonna work until it is time to edit. So I'm like genuinely kind of excited about this because this gets to I get to do something that's just completely different. And if I master it, again, I think it's gonna go crazy. Like I think it's really, really gonna go crazy. And I really look forward to what that process looks like. So yeah, that'll be a new segment for the week in terms of streams, as well as just in terms of content altogether. Is this video of the week? If I had a video of the week this week, it would actually be coming right after this stream. So if you are online right now, follow me on Instagram. I am Alex Auguste. Follow me on um, YouTube. I am Alex August. I predicted this last time, y'all, that I was gonna drop a video that was gonna be really, really dope, and it was gonna be hot, sizzling. It was gonna catch a lot of attention, and I said that it was on some Jean-Claude Van Damme shit, and it was, it really, really was. So my newest prediction is the videos that I will be dropping between tonight, and tomorrow are going to be equally eye popping, and absolutely glamorous and just dope. So that's my take. That's my fresh hot take on what I got going on this side. You know what I mean? Um, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna pop. I think it's gonna work, and I look forward to posting. I always look forward to posting now because I'm just the stuff that I'm creating. But if you guys are interested in sharing videos with me to be included in the video of the week, send them over. I'm going to be posting how to do that and how to stay engaged with that and everything of that sort. Another segment that I'm really focusing on bringing to the streams as well is creative versus non-creative. So that's kind of a way of like getting the take of people who are not creatives as they're watching content, and then also contrasting that take with creatives who actually create. And so that'll be interesting, and that's where this bad boy comes in at, kind of bringing in more street interviews and going crazy with just interacting with people in real life in real time. So that'll be cool. I look forward to that a lot, yo. So it's gonna be really, really interesting. And last but not least, I always have updates just in terms of what's going on in the world, what's going on in writing, recording, live events, developments, what's going on our side in terms of what it is that I'm creating, what I'm working on, projects, clients, with restrictions, obviously, and just overall build outs. So I really look forward to sharing these pieces with y'all. If you're tuned in, give me a shout. Let me know you're tuned in. And if this is your first time on the stream, definitely be sure to subscribe, follow for more, hit the bell for notifications, and just stay with what's coming. It's a lot of really, really dope stuff, man. 2025, like I said, I'm equally excited, equally terrified. But that excitement is far greater than me being terrified. So it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be good stuff. But yeah, man, I just look forward to it all. Look forward to it all. Let me know what y'all think. What are you looking forward to the most in your personal and professional journey this year? What is this year for you? How do you envision it? How do you feel it? Like, does it terrify you? Does it excite you? Does it does it make you nervous? Does it turn the legs to jelly? I think of last year, and last year I felt like going into 2024, y'all, I legitimately felt like I was crawling. And that that feeling at the top of the year was very uncomfortable. Like I felt like I was crawling in terms of like looking for the the light, looking for, my next opportunity, looking for the next big my brand waiting. Come on, like I've been working so hard. And one of the things that I realized just reflecting on 2024 was that I was looking for this like thing to happen. It's almost like I was waiting for a car to start, right? And sometimes you reflect for a long time and then you very late in the game you realize, what you're reflecting on really comes to light. And I think honestly it might have been Culture Con. Going to Culture Con and realizing that I had been waiting for this thing to happen. I had been waiting for the car to start and the keys were in my hand the whole time. I'm like, I could honestly say like there's just different ways that you can look at it. There's different examples that I can say about that, but it did not seem that easy to me at first because things had changed so much at the beginning of this year that like I was like, I gotta wait for it. Like I not even wait for it, but I gotta go seek it. I gotta go find it. I gotta do the work to find it. And it was just like, no, you're burning yourself out looking for something that you already have. And I think taking a social media break in 2024 and then going to Culture Con immediately after ending that break just was like a game changer, bro. And it just kind of rewired my mind in terms of how I want to think about everything. So it's up, it's up. But I had a question on here earlier about my birthday. So my birthday is coming up. My birthday is January the 12th. And Alex August is turning 35. It's crazy. It is really, really crazy. And it's not even awesome. Like, oh my God, are we getting old now? I never say that, but it's just crazy in the sense of like, where did the time go? Like, I feel like I was just 30, 31, throwing snow in Denver, Colorado, seeing snow for the first time. And here we are, already 4 years later. 4 years later. I posted this earlier, and I think that what it was that 2020, whatever you want to call the pandemic era, we were living in the moment, for the moment, and we were very conscious of the quality of life that we were living or the quality of life that we had at the time. Like prices were still relatively low, things were pretty affordable. A lot of time was spent outside, working out, fitness. People were on their fitness journey. We were eating healthy. We were working from home. Life had slowed down on the day to day as well as just the overall. So, like, I think we just were more present in the quality of life we were living. You look at us now, we're back in the office, we're back in traffic. Life has sped up. The dollar is stretching thinner, in terms of what you can get for it. Excuse me. And I think that's why it feels so different. Things feel so changed. So yeah, 4 years have passed since I was throwing snow in Colorado. 4 years have passed since the party that I threw in Tampa. 3 years have passed. I'm sorry. 2 years have passed since, my trip to Joshua Tree. 1 year has passed since my dinner at Mama Juana's before their fire. So it's crazy. Time has flown by. And with time flying by, it feels like the time is just right for things to happen the way they need to happen. So I am gonna leave off on a positive note. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. The TikTok has officially closed out, so I gotta figure that out. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate the love. My birthday, like I said, is January 12th. I'm actually gonna be having a party for that, confirmed as of today. So I gotta get these invites out ASAP. Um, and I feel like an Alex August party would not be right without a really, really dope video going into it, a really, really dope video coming out of it, and a really solid toast. So yeah, man, I'm about to get on that and get things going for that. So again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, we have an open Discord where you can join us, have conversations. We're connecting on creativity, development. You know, it's the same thing, right? Creativity, conversation, and community. And also planning some meetups for the upcoming future, just to feel that connection and that community and really build and lift each other up as we go. So that QR code up there takes you to that Discord channel. If you're looking to join my personal Patreon, where a lot of my content gets shared, very raw, very kind of out there, just sharing the process, that QR code is up there as well. And I also want you guys to know that I'm also working right now on building out a rubric because I will be creating a course for mobile videography, editing, and mastering of, tools and apps such as InShot, CapCut, and just overall mastering how to create content from your phone on the fly. So look out for that. Keep the Patreon close. That information will be available there, and let's stay with it. My latest video, my vlog, is available now, so I'll get into that with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, subscribe for more videos, more live streams, and stay tuned and stay locked in for more upcoming streams of VividLife TV. So I'll catch y'all on the flip side.